Welcome to Learning to Code with Scratch, the Scratch Toolbox Series brought to you by Rise Robotics. Hey everybody, Lego Man Dan here. Welcome to the Scratch Toolbox Tutorial Series. I'm your host today, and we will be taking a look at how to build a scoring system for your game. If you remember in the last episode, we talked a little bit about this as we came up with ways to get the sprites to interact with each other. Today we're going to be doing another version of that, but now when they interact with each other, we'll be able to manage a variable. So this will be the first introduction to using variables in the game. As you can see, I'm already logged into Scratch. I've already created a new file, and I've even added a backdrop. Real quickly, I'm going to show you something I did with this backdrop. So let me come down here, click on backdrops, and you'll see the backdrop's kind of modified with this big green square. I wanted to go ahead and make the baseball field that you see in the backdrops look more like an outfield. So I took home plate out, changed the grass, so it's kind of all one color. We're going to go into the coding mode. What I want to do today, we're going to add some sprites, and we're actually going to create these sprites to interact with each other and keep a score. So there's a couple of things we need to do first. First, let's go ahead and get our sprites. So again, we're going to go over here to the sprite folder. Just a quick reminder, there are 5 episodes before this one. If you have not watched those, I strongly encourage you to go back and watch those before you do this. There's a lot of quick layout things that will help you build your own game. Again, the Toolbox Tutorial Series is to give you a toolbox to be able to build your own games. Copying other games can be kind of fun and modifying them, but you really want the skills to build your own games, and that's what this Toolbox Tutorial Series will do. Remember, if you want to keep up on latest episodes, don't forget to like, subscribe, click that notification button. It definitely helps the channel out as we grow and we offer more videos. But to get our sprites going for this game, we're going to come down here to the sprite menu. We're going to click on the hourglass. I am going to use Sprite Cat for this video today. And we're going to put him in the outfield. He kind of wants to shag some fly balls before the big game. We also need a baseball for this so he can catch one. We're again going to go do a search. And if you remember, I can narrow things down by clicking on the tabs. We can also search baseball. If I can't find what I'm looking for till I find baseball, then we go ahead and add it. As you can see, our baseball is a little bigger than what we want. So again, if you remember, we can come down here to the sprites, click on the size of our sprite, and reduce it. I'm going to reduce it to about 40% of the size. I figure that's a good size for him to be able to shag fly balls. Before we get into building the code, we do need a score variable. So we're going to go over here to the orange circle called variables. We're going to click on it. We're going to click make a variable. And then for this one, we're going to call that variable score. Make sure when you are building variables, at least in the beginning, you select them for all sprites, so they're valid for any way you modify your code. So again, write score, click for all sprites, and then go ahead and click OK. As you can see, it added our scoreboard up here. We can move it anywhere we want. So if you wanted the score to be right in the middle of the screen, you could. Remember, Sprite Cat's going to move to catch the balls. So putting it right above him doesn't make much sense. You really want to put it somewhere where it's going to be easy to see. I tend to like up in the top corner. That's totally up to you. For this game, I think we're just going to kind of put it down here in the bottom corner. Just kind of a little bit of a change of pace. We have our score variable. We have our sprites. Now let's go ahead and create some code. First thing I want to do is create the code for the baseball. And I want him to be able to run around and grab fly balls. So I want the baseball code to go to random positions. So first thing we got to do is click on the baseball. We're going to go up here to our events, and what I'm going to do for this code is I'm going to break them into a bunch of mini events so you can see how the code works separately. So for the ball, I want to go ahead, when the green flag is clicked, when we start our game, I want our baseball to go to a random position. So I'm going to go up here to the blue circle. I'm going to grab the block that says go to, and it's already set for random position. As you can see, now that I've added that code, every time we click on the flag, the ball jumps to a different position, but the score is not changed. So what I want to do, I want to add a loop statement, and a loop statement says anything inside this block of code happens for as many times or forever, depending on what I tell it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a forever loop, meaning anything that happens in here, the game will constantly be checking for. And what we want to do is have it check for, is the sprite cat touching the ball? So we're going to go down here to our controls again. We're going to scroll down till we see this block that says wait until. And what we want to wait until is we want to wait until the ball is touching sprite cat. So we're going to go ahead and click sensing. We're going to grab the touching mouse pointer, add that in. But what we want to do is have it say touching cat. So wait until I'm the ball touching the cat. Then we're going to go down to our variables tab. We're going to grab the block that says change my variable by 1, add that in, and then we're going to change my variable to score. Whenever, I'm going to go ahead and hit play, watch what happens. See how the score is cranking up by millions and millions? When I move sprite cat off, it stops. When I bring it back, it starts counting up by millions and millions again. Basically, as long as sprite cat is touching the ball, score goes up by 1. So what we're going to do in this loop statement, when he touches the ball, change the score by 1. When he catches it, add a point. Then what we want to do is have the ball jump to a different place. So we have to run somewhere else to go and grab the ball. So we're going to go over to motion again. We're going to grab the block that says go to random position, put that in the loop. Now, when I touch it, see he jumped to a new space. I carry him around. I find that. Now, right now, what I have to do is I have to click and hold to get him where I need him to be. Okay? So obviously that's not going to work. I'm going to show you now how to add the code so you can just drag the mouse pointer around your game screen and sprite cat will follow you. Now we're going to make sure we need to go over to our sprite cat code. So we're going to click on our cat. And remember, this is where we need to put the code to control the cat. So a couple of things we want to do here. If you also notice, every time I hit the green flag, I can change the score, but the score never reset. So we're going to do a couple of things with the first part of our cat code. First thing, obviously, we need a when green flag click block. We're going to add that up or make it a little bigger so you can see it. We're going to go to the variables tab again, and we're going to have set my variable to 0. So at the start of the game, I want to set the score. So I'm going to go down here, click score. When the game starts, now I hit the green flag, score is 0. Touches the ball, score goes to 1, score goes to 2, score goes to 3. When I hit stop and I hit the green flag again, now you'll see the ball moved, but the score is reset to 0. So we want to make sure at the start of every game, the score is set to 0. Next thing we want to do is make it so I don't have to click and hold my mouse to drag it around during the game. We want to make sure that we can just move our mouse around the screen and sprite cat will follow us. So we're going to go over here to motion. We're going to grab the block that says go to random position. We're going to drag that over, put it in place, but we're going to change this to mouse pointer. So we want the cat always to go to the mouse pointer. Now, if I hit play, he's not actually following it. And that's because I didn't use the forever loop. Again, in the game is constantly checking for things. It said, oh, go to the mouse pointer when the game starts. So I did that. But it's not going to keep doing it unless you tell it to. So again, we go to control, we grab the forever loop, wrap that around our mouse pointer, go to mouse pointer. Now when I hit stop, I hit start again. I'm not even clicking the mouse pointer. I'm just dragging the mouse on the screen, and every time I touch the ball, the score goes up. So as you can see in the game, we've set the score to 0 at the start of our game. We're allowed to control the cat by just dragging our mouse pointer across the screen. Could we have done arrow keys up, down, left, and right to move him? Sure, there's lots of different ways you can build games. This is kind of a fun one for this type of game because the ball might be a grounder, it might be a fly ball. We don't never know where the ball is going to go. So having to move your arrows might make the game a little tougher. We did give it a great way to change the score with a score variable. This was episode 6. How to add score. In episode 7, what I'm going to do is show you how to add a timer. So it's not an unlimited scoring game. How many points can you get in X number of seconds? We're going to use the code from this game, our baseball game, to build that code. Thank you for tuning in. Comment below if there's something you'd like to see us add to the series. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can keep up on all our latest coding and robotics videos.